When I was 18 years old, I took a gap year doing voluntary work on a goat farm in a small village in France. I think I wasn't mature enough at that age, and I wasn't well prepared for living with strangers in a village where everyone was at least 25 years older than me. At least, I took every opportunity to take my boss's car and drive to the nearest town, which was 40 kilometers away from where I lived, to meet some people my age or live an adventure. Since I knew nobody in that town and had no money, I could only meet people who, as me, wandered around having no destination. So, I met a lot of homeless and alcoholic, drug-addicted people living in streets or on welfare. Most of them were very nice people, and I would try to talk them out of their situations, showing them hope and encouraging them to want more from life. I could tell more than just a story. I've lived a really weird period in my life back then. But one of the creepiest is the following. I was hanging out with my new friends, drinking beer under the sun, when a guy came by who I'd never seen before. He engaged in a conversation with me and seemed very polite. He asked me if I would like to smoke with him, and I said, "Yeah, why not?" He stated that he had to take them from his place and would like me to accompany him. He said he lived nearby. I checked if we had understood each other and told him, "Okay, but you will go get the weed and I'll wait outside. We come back here and smoke, right?" He confirmed, and we took off to go get it. On the way to his place, he started asking a lot of questions like, "Where in Germany are you from?" Or, "Are you married?" and stuff like that. I felt more and more uncomfortable, which reached its summit when he went on saying that he hadn't married and was looking for a good woman to marry, like you. And that at his age, I think he was in his 30s, he was considered old in Armenia to be unmarried, he told me. I nervously giggled and was checking out the environment to find a way out of the situation I put myself into. But there was no one in the street. We hadn't met anyone for a long time, and I doubted that I could run faster than him. Of course, he didn't live nearby, and we have been walking for at least 20 minutes at that point. I decided to play it cool, trying not to show him how uncomfortable the whole questioning and the whole situation made me. We finally arrived, and of course, he tried to convince me to come to his apartment with him. "No," I said. "We agreed on getting the weed and smoking with the others," I said. And then we had a couple of minutes of, "Come on, no way," talk. And then he totally turned into a beast. He tried to grab me by the arm and pull me into the building. I started screaming, which he didn't expect, and so he loosened his grip on me. I cut loose and just ran away as fast as I could. There were people around, so I was pretty sure he wouldn't follow me, and he didn't. He just yelled insults after me. I ran until my lungs hurt too much to go further. I imagined in panic what could have had happened to me by my own stupidity. But I was far from scenarios I developed later on. When I got back to my friends and told them about the story, they seemed not to be surprised at all, telling me that in this town there were Armenian gangs like in that film Taken, who capture young women, taking their passports and selling them or making them work as prostitutes. I don't know if that guy was one of those horrible people, but anyway, I'm so happy that I survived that encounter without any harm. More luck than intelligence, as we say in German. I've learned 2 things back then. Never, ever trust a stranger, even if he seems so polite and seems like a nice guy just offering something without any hidden agenda. And second, unfortunately, you can't help every person on earth, and if someone is a drug addict and living in the streets, then the possibility is high that they do not really care about anyone. I say that because I was shocked that none of those friends told me before leaving. Something like, hey, I don't think it's a good idea, or hey, I'll come along with you as well, even though they knew about those Armenian gangs. Maybe I also learned a third thing about myself. I was very naive at that age.